Okay, today I learned about stalagmites that take thousands of years to grow in caves. I'm going to try to build my own in a week. We're going to make two kinds of different crystals. One of them is salt crystals. We're going to use salt. And we're going to make sure our salt crystals are red, using red food color. Now, there's also, the other kind we're going to make is sugar crystals, used with sugar. And we're going to make sure our sugar crystals are yellow. First thing we're going to do is heat the water using this kettle. While the water's boiling, we're going to get some string, and do not tell my sister because I cut this out from her blanket. Okay, it looks like the water's done. Okay, we're going to put some sugar and salt in each of the cups so it gets super saturated. Super saturated means that we'll have more sugar and salt than there is water. How much? Just a little? Okay.
A little bit more. Uh-oh. Oops. Cut.
Hey, guess what? I just poured my salt, and I didn't pour, I don't think, as much salt. It took me 3 times to get enough sugar in the salt cup. And it only took 1 thing of salt. Now, I think the water absorbs more sugar than it does absorb salt, because there's not as much sugar as there is salt. Now I'm going to finish stirring.
Let's take a look at it. Show us. Show us.
Now, look at all this salt. Look how, okay.
Hold the cup. Grab the cup.
Look how much salt this is. That's a lot of salt. Now, look at the sugar. Or wait, it's food colored. Right. Anyway. Can't really see it because I already put my food coloring in, but anyway, there wasn't as much sugar as there was salt. Okay, I'm finished with my experiment, and I want to see if I can grow sugar and salt crystals. And over here is my sugar and salt crystals. We'll just have to let them wait for about a week or less. So I guess we'll just be sitting here for a week or 2. Right. Okay. Look how good these crystals turned out. They grew pretty well over, I know I said 1 or 2 weeks, but it's actually been 3 weeks. So those are one of our sugar crystals?
Red with salt.
Okay, this are salt crystals. Here are more salt crystals. Again, these turned out pretty good. Now the best one are the sugar crystals. Look how big that is. Oh, it's giant! Okay. Now the other one, the last crystal, and you can probably see there are also crystals inside the cup, but here are the last sugar crystals. Okay, now I'm going to show you my equipment. Here's my microscope. I'm going to use a technical drawing to show you what I saw under my microscope. Here's what I'm going to put the specimen on, which is the crystals. Here is what I'm going to use. It's a pen to write down my technical drawing. I have a paper, and here is to scrape off some of the stuff that gets stuck onto here. Okay, so some of the big differences that I noticed. For one, I'm going to go ahead, I'm not sure if you can see that too good, but here are my technical drawings, and I have them all labeled. And one of the big differences I noticed is, look at the side of this cup. See how it looks kind of foggy? You probably can't see it that good, but there are actually crystals on the side of the cup. So there are crystals on the side of the cup. I know I already said this, but there are crystals at the bottom on the sugar. So another big difference I noticed is, look how fat this crystal is. Pretty big. Look how skinny these ones were. Very skinny. And I noticed that these salt crystals, they lost their color when I looked at them under the microscope. They actually looked brown. Surprising. And these ones kept their color. These still looked yellow. Well, just to wrap it up, I'm done with my experiments. The crystals turned out really good, and I'll see you again next time because I'm doing a bunch of videos in science. I'll see you next time on, I'm just making up the name now, but Gavin's Science Experiment.